Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over my favorite liquidity pool, and as you guys know, it's equal highs and equal lows. There's nothing that beats it, and I'm just going to be showing you why it's so important to understand these. All right, if you want to watch me live stream every single day, just click the link in my description, the WAP link. I also have a course, you could watch that too, but I obviously have a lot of free YouTube videos, so it's up to you if you want to get more content. But yeah, I live stream every day, called a lot of this stuff in live time today. And don't forget to use that code Dodgy for Apex account. Remember, futures are better than Forex. The spread's way better. You're going to like futures better. Trust me. All right, that's the end of my rant. So the other thing before I get started, I just got a green screen. I'm getting a better camera. So hopefully my green screen and stuff is cleared up after this video. Or probably by Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. But yeah, getting better lighting and stuff. So I should have a better green screen. All right, so for this video, again, I'm just going to be going over equal highs and equal lows. Okay, this is literally the #1 liquidity pool. Okay, why do you think equal highs and equal lows are so good? It's because whenever retail traders see these equal highs and double bottoms and double tops, like they think every time, oh, double top, they're shorting. All right, you do not want to do that. We run those, okay, and I don't care if they work when they work. I'm going to be the person who finds a 100-point move going back up to them because they're really key drawn liquidity. Okay, there's a lot of retail trader who thinks that, no, this is a good liquidity pool or this is a good support and resistance because we've rejected so many times. That's what they want you to think. And then later we end up running them anyways. So, again, this is the #1 liquidity pool. I find good equal lows or good equal highs probably 3-4 times a week. So if you can just wait for these to form, you'll find so many good setups, all right? And I mainly pair these with iFVGs, obviously, and I have kind of rules, like, I think my #1 rule is I don't long with equal lows below, and I don't short with equal highs above. So today, for example, all right, we had CPI. Now, what happened off CPI is if I go to the hourly chart, okay, let me just scroll down here. We ended up forming equal lows right here off the hourly chart, and these were only off by 2 ticks. So again, it still looks like retail support. So we ended up forming these equal lows here. They're kind of off by 2 ticks, but they still look like equal lows, so I still like them. And see, we formed these equal lows right here, and when we got these, I'm like, okay, it's against my rules so long. Now, did a long work? Yes, and this will not be a high win rate. Trust me, okay? I know this long work. I know we didn't hit the equal lows, but look, remember, I'm not the one long after the double bottom. I'm the one catching the 100-point trade back to the equal lows later. And you can clearly see, look what happened. So in this example, you can just see we end up hitting the equal lows later. And, well, how do you find a good setup to the equal lows? Well, I look for like a decent fair value gap to get broken. So on like the 2-minute or on the 1 minute right here, if I go back to here, we kind of had our little manipulation leg right here. We made a high, broke that high. There's your manipulation leg. And then we end up inversing this. Now, when you see a candle like this, right, just momentum-wise, break through a very obvious bullish fair value gap, what are you probably thinking? You're probably thinking, oh, I'm going to get stopped out if I'm long. So this is the perfect iFVG setup, right? You short here. Your stop is a close back above this iFVG. You know we've equal lows below, and you target the equal lows. And this is not hindsight. I did take this trade. And in my live stream today, I ended up taking another live account play right here. It was a CISD play, but I'm not going to go over that. But you can see, right, very obvious bullish fair value gap. What do we have below? Equal lows. I don't really have a drawn liquidity here. Like a lot of people think, oh, I go in with a draw on liquidity every day. It's not every day I have a drawn liquidity. I look for equal lows and equal highs. And when we had CPI, I did not know what the draw was. I saw these equal lows form. I'm like, okay, we have equal lows. I'm going to wait for us to get a setup to them. And I know you're thinking, you're probably like, oh, well, why didn't you short this 1 minute fair value gap here? Okay, it's because that's before market open. Typically, the market doesn't care about running liquidity that much before market open, so I didn't really like this setup here. You can see we did close it below it, but we made a new swing low and hit it, so it would have been a break-even trade if you did take the inversion. And then we got an inversion back to the upside. This was fine, but again, nothing would have taken with equal lows below. So you can kind of see, like, the first obvious inversion we get was right here, okay, and we don't break this one. And we actually do get an obvious inversion here. And if you took this loss, that's fine. I said I'm not taking this on my live stream. Again, I'm not going to explain why right now because this is hindsight. But make sure to join my live stream because I know a lot of you probably took this. But this one, we got the manipulation leg. We got their speed displacement. We rejected this rejection block right here. And again, for anyone wondering what a rejection block is, I'm not going to teach that. Make sure to watch ICT's videos on rejection blocks. And we also, the other key thing here was being SMT. So again, all this paired with equal lows gives me the conviction. It's the SMT, but in reality, it's the equal lows because price always finds a way to go back down there. Now, we also ended up creating equal lows again right here. And you're probably wondering with what? Okay, on the hourly, okay, right here, we made equal lows. Look at this line. So this line's right here. It's sell side. Now I'm going to go back to the 1 minute. Look where this line is. Look, it creates equal lows right here. And then later on the 30-second chart, which I know a lot of you probably don't trade the 30-second, which is fine, but because you're still going to use this in other time frames. All right, later on the 30-second chart, we got a obvious bullish fair value gap here. Right, we swept a lot of liquidity. We swept a lot of LR here. Right, and then boom, 2 candle sweep. Boom, right back down, close below the bullish fair value gap. Well, I know there's equal lows here. So where are we probably going to go next? Probably these equal lows, right? And you can just see, I don't really have a bias. I just, oh, we have equal lows. I know this is probably going to be the draw for the time being. And you don't have to have a daily bias to find equal lows and equal highs like this. Like they just come and go sometimes, okay? Like you'll start to notice a lot of them. And again, I typically notice 4 or 5 good ones a week. Really good example from the other day was over here was we have the equal lows that formed kind of down here, and these weren't perfect equal, but they're still equal. If I go to the 4-hour chart here, let me see if these are an example right here. These were great examples. So look, if I were a retail trader, would you be thinking this is support? Probably, right? So that's why these are so important. And as soon as I saw us kind of get a shift in structure the other day, or probably a couple weeks ago, this was, right? I ended up learning a short in live time. It was about a 70-point dump we caught to this equal lows, right? But without these equal lows, do I really have conviction to hold till down there? No. So a lot of what I look for is equal lows and equal highs. I think they're the #1 liquidity pool. If there's also such thing as relative equal highs and equal lows, like, I mean, these would be relative. They're not like within a point of each other. Typically, you want to focus on the ones within a point of each other or the perfect ones. Those are going to be your best ones. So again, I would experiment with this on FxReplay a little bit if you have it. Just look for equal highs and equal lows. They tend to be the draw a lot. Just make sure, the only thing I recommend with equal highs and equal lows is never take the first setup that goes to them. There has to be, we have to get some sort of other liquidity sweep to go to them. Like some people, what they'll do is they'll be like, oh, I'm going to short this order block because we have momentum towards equal lows. But this setup ends up failing. Then we have a liquidity sweep again. Then we go for them. So just make sure it's an actual setup to the equal lows. Make sure you're not shorting just because equal lows are there. Okay, you can't just, again, you can clearly see, like, yeah, you could short this fair value gap, but a lot of the times I like to wait for like whole new legs to form. It's just much better setup in my opinion. And yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I think a lot of people are going to wonder, like, what time are the equal lows what time should be formed? Typically during a kill zone, London or New York. They can be formed during Asia as long as there's like 3 or 4 of them and they're really obvious. If you can't see them from backing away like 10 feet from your chart, then they're probably not good to use. So they have to be obvious. You'll be able to know like through screen time whether they're obvious. And once you start seeing the market run the lows like this, you're going to get better at looking for them. So this is the best liquidity pool ever. Okay, I promise you, if you train your eye to look for these and you wait for the proper setup to get there, they're an amazing liquidity pool. And if I could only use the one liquidity pool the rest of my life, it would be equal lows. So, or equal highs and equal lows, obviously. But that's it for this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Don't forget to use code DODGY for that Apex account. And yeah, that's it for now. Peace.